That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set. 8, read.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen would take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go, go. Check 59.
From the 25 on second down, Smith. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 22. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
12, fellas, here we go. 10.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington.
Here we go. 180. 2. You got take. Lock. Alert 3.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go.
33 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Here we go.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Rush in. 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looks Like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Garoppolo now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A run with Josh Adams, the Eagles' leading rusher as a rookie last year. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's got Thompson here, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. On the ground, it's Thompson. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Peterson running right. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ready? 60 outlaw. 54. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Smith on third down. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
21.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Breida. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Thompson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Ready? Check, check. Stand up.
Check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, Delta. Big rip.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
This is Breida. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Here we go.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 13-yard line. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
That's it. Big hit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo again. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Niners 7, Redskins nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go. 180!
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Watch the run. Watch the run.
11.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but Let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback, eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. On first down, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. They'll turn to Thompson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Let's go.
They'll come out in the pistol. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Again, we'll see the pistol here. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Smith. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo dancing to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Evans has it left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Here we go. Like 80. One, Omaha.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
2 teams spill.
Watch the safety creep.
5.
Again, Peterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Back to throw, Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D Ford in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now stick. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 83 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now McCoy, his first throw since coming in. He's got it complete to Thompson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
With the score, Niners 28.
54. Watch the slant.
From the gun, McCoy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he finds McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Smith now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Here we go, here we go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 13, 13.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, Ben, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Smith to throw again. Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now Smith, flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Here we go, here we go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 16 yards, a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Watch twist. Watch twist. March 54.
To throw again on second down. Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. Smith now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Throwing again is Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mack. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Forced out to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Why admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards? They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Now it's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Smith. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Staying on his feet. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So the victory here for